You know what? I'm gonna do something a little bit different. A lot of people don't do this, but I'm gonna do this. Turn that camera around. Uh-uh. Turn that camera around. I want y'all to see this. On yourself. This the man right here that's been bringing y'all all this action. Right here. So all y'all people out there that's getting these great recordings on y'all videos, you better start shouting at your cameraman.
Thank you.
How you feeling?
My relationship with
Take the microphone to
with your
the side.
coaching is love and hate. So it's always 50-50. I I always expect an unexpected to extract the unextracted, another way around. I feel great. You see, I've been here on my birthday. I will be coming here under any circumstances. It's my decision. I love it. You know, I really care and I really appreciate. D. Last time you mentioned that your experience with your great friend Dennis Casara, rest in peace, was one of the most memorable moments in your entire training career and pretty much, I believe, life as well. Would you please share another moments like this because it touched me, it made me think, it made me appreciate, and it brought a lot of love and care in me. And based on the feedback, it did the same to other people. We want to hear more of that.
Well, I'll be sharing a lot more moments with a lot of people since, everyone's like, D, could you be like open to speaking about certain things? Because I wasn't really a person that was talking on camera. Like if y'all notice, you've rarely seen videos of me speaking about anything. Everything was always like with actions. But I have another situation that wasn't too long ago. So I had that gentleman, he had reached out to me and he sees me at the gym. So the basic conversation was, hey, I like to, D, I want to get myself in shape, just like what I would always hear, from people. And I'm like, okay, so what do you want to do? He was like, well, I kind of want to look like you. And I'm like, look like me? Like, why? He was like, because my son, he likes stuff like that. He likes, muscle action figures and people that look like you. And then he started talking and he kind of like paused for a minute. He got real quiet and it's like, I can sense when something's a little off with people or something's wrong. So I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, talk to me. He was like, nah, my son, he don't really look at me as that superhero. He kind of just looks at me like a regular person. And I'm like, why do you say that? He's like, because I'm out of shape. I'm like, that don't got nothing to do with it. So I said, tell you what, bring your son down here the next time you come down and you see me at this gym. So he brings him. So the son is all excited and he's like, hey, how you doing? He's like, wow, you got a lot of muscle. And I'm like, how your father look to you? He's like, oh, he's like, I'm like, what's this? He's like he don't have muscle. I said, he don't have muscle? I said, okay. So I'm like, what's more important, love or muscle? And he like looked confused. I said, let me explain something to you. It doesn't matter how your father look. I said, at the end of the day, he takes care of you, doesn't he? He's like, yes. I said, he loves you, doesn't he? He's like, yes. I said, that's all the muscle he needs right there. I'm like, you can never look at him and just think like because a person looks like this that they're gonna love you. I said, that don't matter. I'm like, you can have somebody look like me and they could be selfish towards you. They won't put everything into you. So you gotta remember, at the end of the day, he works extremely hard to make sure that you're taken care of and that you're happy. I'm like, you ever look at, I'm like, how long do you have to go to work? He's like, D, I work a lot of hours. I said, okay, you see that? He works a lot of hours. I'm like, why? He's like, take care of my son. I said, okay, you hear that? He's like, yes. I said, let me see something. I said, get down there in a push-up position. I said, I want you to just hold yourself right there. Don't move. He holds himself in a push-up position, and his body starts to shake after a while. So I'm like, you see how you feel? He's like, yes. I said, it feels hard? He's like, yes. That's what he feels like every single day when he has to go to work. And he's doing his best that he can do to take care of you. So you got to remember something. He's your superhero. He has all the muscle in the world because his biggest muscle isn't this. His biggest muscle is this. So I need you to always remember that. He's like, okay. He's like, I will. I said, all right. I said, because if you don't, I got 5,000 push-ups waiting for you. He's like, 5,000? Yeah, 5,000. I said, give your father a hug. Gives his father a hug. You know, he sat there. He's like, you know, I appreciate you. Thanks a lot. He's like, yo, I'll never forget that. I said, you don't have to worry about it. I'm like, sometimes you're going to be in different situations. And this is the thing that I'm talking about. As you out there, for all you trainers and you training people, you always got to remember, it's a lot of things you're going to go through with clients in the gym, in the parks, and outside of there. Because once you really get to understand a person's lifestyle, you're able to connect with them a lot better and you're able to help them a lot better. So that's something that you never forget. Just always be open-minded, always be caring, and just like I said, always want the best for somebody. Because you always want to be in different situations. Whether a person's sick, whether they're healthy, whether they're injured, it could be anything. You're going to have to learn how to troubleshoot that and how to deal with it, and in the end of the day, help them make it. And that's what makes you a great trainer.
It's Thank you for insight. It made me emotional because I thought of my father. My father, I'm the only child, so my father took care of us for a good amount of time. He's a cook on ships, so he cooks for the crew, for the workers, and he got long contracts, half a year not home, longer sometimes. And I was always wondered, so like, why he's not home, and I was, looking at other people, men specifically, male figures, and also asking sometimes the same questions, like why my father's not there for me to show me like how to be superhero and stuff. But further on in life, when I myself became a father and I faced different type of adult struggle, the answers on the question started coming back to my head, so that there's so much going on in life and it's not easy to maintain support and deal with the problems when you're tied up with responsibilities. And this is really that's a ability to maintain and improve and support all that is equal to superpowers. That's why, Dad, thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. And thanks to all the fathers who are superheroes. And we're just here, just training, God bless.
All right, brother. That's right.